Hello, and very happy to see you on my channel. This morning, we give you a piece of breaking news. Meghan was ridiculed for drove palace staff with gung-ho Hollywood attitude, and she was slammed by burned too many bridges. Yesterday, an explosive new book claims Meghan Markle was very high standards, and her Hollywood gung-ho attitude put her at odds with royal aides. The Duchess of Sussex, who is currently living in Los Angeles at Tyler Perry's $18 million mansion with Prince Harry and their son Archie, 13 months, is thought to have alienated herself from the staff tasked with easing her transition into royalty. Investigative journalists Dylan Howard and Andy Tillett claim in their upcoming books Royals at War, Her Dark West Coast Energy, which included 5 a.m. starts and text message bombardments, drove staff to distraction. One insider told authors, Meghan can be difficult. She has very high standards and is used to working in a Hollywood environment. However, there is a different degree of respect in the royal household. Wait! Meghan Markle has never had a taste of Hollywood. She has nothing to do with that place. She would like to be associated with Hollywood, but she did not require the talent needed to make it there. Meghan was an unsophisticated person who wormed her way into a very refined institution and wreaked havoc there. Harry should have been more cautious and courted her longer. He must be a very sad man today. He was too impulsive. He should have listened to sensible Williams. Plus, if she was a strong, independent, self-made, famous Hollywood star, we could understand her diva attitude a little, but the fact that she had a father in the industry which gave her a foot in the door and gave her access to producers, etc., she was only ever an unheard-of support actress on a cable TV show who snagged a 3-second cameo in a film starring Jennifer Aniston. If she would have played things differently, she could have been loved as much as Harry used to be, but she ruined it for herself almost from day one. She is now despised globally, as is Harry, only themselves to blame. Also, according to this report, the former American actress apparently failed to adapt to traditional royal protocol within the royal family, and has now burned too many bridges. Meghan reportedly also raced without considering the details of her patronage. According to the book, with the author being told, it was all too rushed, without proper research. She runs into things without any planning or thought. That speaks volumes. Probably even poor Harry is one of the victims of her compulsion, and he will quit and relocate one day. I think she is the epitome of seduction and has reeled Harry in from the start and now has him on a piece of string, which one day will snap. Meghan's exacting standards resulted in remarkable staff turnover, according to the book, with 5 aides having quit or relocated following the mother of one's wedding to Prince Harry in May 2018. One senior female protection officer allegedly left after becoming exasperated because Meghan ignored advice about venturing into risky crowd situations. So basically, she refused following any rules or even thinking about them. Because she knows everything better than others, and be a duchess means, according to her, that everyone has to do what she orders. No common effort, no common goals, no mutual support or cooperation. Nothing but me. Shame. And shame on Harry, he is allowing all of this. He should know better. He was born into this institution. They had the chance and offer from Her Majesty the Queen to quit royal life before the wedding, but no. They refused it, because they want to eat the cake and have it too. Both of them. It's the way they have done it, by trying to blame others rather than saying, this is not for us, but the victim narrative was the one they were hoping to exploit. Still are with this wretched book coming out. Unfortunately for them, most people have seen through their scheming and game playing, and the money wasted on their wedding and house renovations. The narrative that she has high Hollywood maintenance is laughable. Where does this come from? A Hollywood star she definitely was not. But a viewer doesn't think so. She said, Meghan never lived the Hollywood lifestyle. Just as she had no intention of staying here, so deliberately antagonizing the staff and creating a bad press was all part of her plan. Making herself look like a victim. Tell Harry it's not fair. They're all so mean. We have to leave, etc. And voila. She has the title, the money, the fame, the designer clothes, which Jessica sold on for her. And now she gets to live the Hollywood lifestyle. So far, with the exception of losing the right to use Sussex Royal, her plan has worked very well. How long would that last remains to be seen. In September 2019, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle broke free of palace aides and hired PR firm Sunshine Sachs, whose clients include Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lopez. Howard said of the move, "Insiders told me that by that point, Meghan had burned too many bridges. The palace is run by a hierarchy of advisors, aides, and equerries who hold the real power. Once Meghan cut herself free of those strings, there was no way back." And many fans also mocked Meghan and Harry. One said, Meghan Markle was clearly unlikely to be able to adapt to the constraints of the royal family. In hindsight, it would have been so much better and cheaper if Harry had left for Hollywood before the wedding. I think people would have been more forgiving and understanding towards Harry, and less unkind to Meghan. It is the feeling of betrayal that has hurt the British people and caused such antipathy towards them. A fan replied to her, in all of her sheer front, "You mean." The only surprise is that she didn't make a play for William. In my opinion, I doubt the fact that he is already married would have deterred her if she had thought she stood a chance. If only half the claims against her that I have read here are true, her use and discarding of so many, as she claws her way up to the greasy pole, is just plain nasty. Meanwhile, the second fan slammed, Meghan Markle has very high standards, and her Hollywood gung-ho attitude. Really? Very ordinary upbringing, but obviously very ambitious with dollar signs in her eyes like the rest of the Hollywood starlets. The Duchess of Sussex. Thanks to Prince Harry and the title she has now, currently living her dream in Los Angeles at Tyler Perry's $18 million mansions. Until then, hardly anyone heard of her other than maybe second-rate Canadian TV series she was in. So please don't make her look like she was a Hollywood royalty well before she met Harry. A fan from Los Angeles replied, "She may have had a Hollywood attitude, but she was not used to Hollywood environment. This is why she rubbed everyone she met and even the public she had never met up the wrong way. She breezed in as if she was some superstar, but she never was. I know plenty of West Coast people and they do not behave like that. As for even mentioning her name and Hollywood together, what a joke." Meanwhile, the next fan said, "I disagree to a point. She planned everything to the point that she went back to America as she has the White House on her sights. What she didn't realize is she's not likable and she had all planned out to be Diana Mark II. Now she's angry because we dare to see through her facade. She's arrogant, opinionated, and suffers from delusions of grandeur. A toxic combination is utterly unsuited to the royal family. Oh, and by the way, a Canadian cable TV show is in no way Hollywood." A user also agrees and said, "This one I can actually believe. The royal family moves at a glacial pace for good reason. The Queen knows that's how the institution has lasted 1,000 years and can last 1,000 more. Meghan comes from something different and is not humble enough to adjust to the royal ways, and will instead try to modernize them. Nope." And the next fan explains, "Just to clarify, we do not have a monarchy government, not since our Civil War. Regards the monarchy, it was around pre-Empire days and will be around post-Empire days." Ask yourself why? Our monarchy has survived when most across Europe fell one by one post-World War. Number one, the clue is, they adapted and with the consent of the people, they have remained as our representatives or figureheads on the world stage. Our monarch does not rule, and plays mainly a ceremonial role in our parliament. Meghan Markle is neither here nor there. Compared to 1,000 years' history of lineage of the royal family, the man-child needed a mother figure, not a wife. She is an actress playing a part. Eventually, she would tire of the game she is playing. By that time, the man-child may have just burnt too many bridges to return to the life he once had. Meghan Markle, without her man-child playing his part, will find herself on the outer circle of the Hollywood elite she so craves the attention of. A fan surprised and asked, "High standards? Rushing into things, not being able to see the results of her actions, not researching properly. That's hardly high standards. More like the opposite. Overconfidence to the point of thinking she knew best was ridiculous. It's hard to believe even Harry was dim enough to marry someone who thought she knew better than the rest of the firm. She didn't, and now they're no longer a viable part of the royal family, just languishing their time away in Los Angeles. Two more attention-seeking celebs intent on making money. What a come-down." And the last one wrote, If they did return to England, the UK taxpayers would not even be consulted about them funding these two again. This institution is so archaic and needs scrapping. Why should a bunch of unelected people be kept in unimaginable luxury at someone else's expense? Were we asked if we wanted to pay for the renovations to any of their teeny tiny houses or apartments? No. They've done nothing of substance this lockdown, but I bet you that every single one of them will take the whole summer off. Get rid. And you, what do you think about this news? Please tell me to know in the comment section and we'll discuss them together. Remember to like and share my video for anyone you think also loved it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get more news from the royal family. Now, have a nice day and see you in the next videos. Bye.